Hello everyone, welcome back to Slap Tarot. I am so excited to be here. Today's reading is all about what wound do you need to heal? Like, what is a pattern that you're repeating over and over again that is like stopping you from moving forward? If you've clicked on this reading, this is for you. Wow, 22 or 22. I said that like 4 times or 3 times. Oh my gosh. On the clock as I said that. Before we begin, you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment below. I love hearing from you guys. Share the video, send it to someone you think it might help, and let's begin. Okay, so we do have 2 piles here. The first one is a heart, and it's like this little heart, and this one is a little donut, like a strawberry donut. So go ahead and decide whichever piles you feel more drawn to, and let's begin. Okay, pile 1, if you've chosen the heart, this reading is for you. Honestly, just the first thing that I'm getting from this heart is that you have been very disappointed in love. You've been very disappointed in how things have progressed forward for you. And most likely this reading has something to do with that. Now, let's begin. Okay, heart pile. So the first thing that I'm really picking up on is that many times in situations you get disappointed and you feel like you're not seen, or like, let's say this is giving me the energy like I do a lot of things for everyone, they don't do it for me. I'm a good friend, but when I need something, they're not there for me. Like, I don't know, it's just giving me that kind of a vibe where you always feel very disappointed in people, and then you still try to have like a positive mindset, like something like, okay, it didn't work out, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and then it crashes out again. Okay, here's what I'm getting. Even though a situation doesn't work out for you, you don't think positively about it. You're like, okay, it's gonna get better, but you're expecting something bad. Like, you're not expecting the situation to get better because this has happened so many times. You're almost just thinking like, okay, even if it didn't work out, that's fine. I'll keep pushing forward, and then boom, done. Like, it's even worse than this situation. Okay, and I'm kind of getting that this happens is because you expect it. You expect the situation to get worse, and it's so hard for you to see it in a better light. Like, you're almost expecting it to become like bad. like it's like you're not, like, you already know that it didn't work out, so you're like, oh, there's no way that it's gonna get better, so it gets worse. Like, you're already putting that energy out. Or no matter what it is that you do, you always expect the worst. You always expect the worst. Even if you do put effort into the situation, like, let's say you had like a cake that you were baking and you put a lot of effort in it, but you were like, while making it, you had bad thoughts like, what's the point? Like, I'm not even a good baker. I've baked before and it was awful, and this, that, and the other. And guess what? Even if you put in the effort, because the intention was already like disappointed, the result is also disappointing. Okay, so what I'm really seeing is actually start expecting like better for yourself. You really struggle with that. You struggle with actually thinking like good things can happen to you or for you. Like, for example, if you've applied for a job, you already feel like you're not going to get it because you've never gotten it before. And you know what? Maybe God, universe, whoever you believe in a higher power, was like saving you from something that could have happened there, but it didn't because you never went to that job or that situation or that person, whatever, you know. But truly, like, just overall, I'm seeing that there is a little bit of like a negative mindset that is associated with you when it comes to like starting something new, investing in things, putting yourself out there, like all of these things. You almost already expect the worst outcome. And even if you do it, even if you do put in the effort, you don't get the results. Now, this is a wound that you deal with, okay? And this actually comes from a place of like self-esteem. Believe it or not, and I say this with the most love, and this is just a little mid disclaimer that truly I make these readings because I care about people healing themselves. That's the only way forward, is through it. You can ignore something all you want. You can deny it all you want, but until you accept the very thing that is hurting you, that is stopping you from becoming the best version of yourself, you will always be stuck in that place. And that's why I say this with the most love. Also, it is called Slap Tarot, so like, I'm just saying that too up there, like, yeah. Okay, so like, I'm gonna keep it real, okay, with the most love and respect and care in my heart, okay? But this wound actually stems from a place of low self-esteem. Because you don't feel maybe the best about yourself in certain situations or aspects of your life, you already expect the worst. And when the worst happens, it just reinforces the story that you've told yourself for this entire time, that you don't deserve the best, or you don't deserve good. Or even if you put in things, like, it just doesn't happen. Even if you apply for a job, you don't get it. Even if you date a person, they're not good. Even if you put in the work, you don't get that raise or that promotion or that recognition, whatever it is that you're wanting to heal from, really, like whatever your wound is, you know. And honestly, with this tarot card, I'm sorry, tarot, with this Tower card, I feel like you have been in many situations, like over and over again, where you feel like you've been like thrown out of a situation. Like, basically, you've had a lot of bad things happen to you, okay? Like, bad things as in like things not working out, things being stolen, things being taken away. Just one, or like one after the other after the other. Like, one problem doesn't even end and another one begins, and another one and another one. Like, it's too much, you know? So I feel like this is a pattern you have been repeating. Okay, now how do we heal? Now that we have what is the word I'm looking for? What is the word? Oh my God. Now that we have understood the wound that we're dealing with, how do we heal that wound? Okay. Well, the first card you got is crystals, and it says healing, earth, spirit, crystals, crystal power. So definitely, I would say crystals are something that will help you raise your vibration. I would even recommend you to add crystals that are water soluble, or not soluble, wait, that can be added into water, and even make like a little crystal elixir out of it. I will link a video that I made in the past before regarding the how to make crystal elixirs that help you raise your vibration. So I will post that for you too. But what I would really, really recommend is using crystals to help yourself, okay? Whether that be black obsidian, whether that be rose quartz, amethyst, just kind of learn about them, or just like research them. I always recommend walk into a crystal shop and see whichever one you're guided towards. Pick that up, take it home, learn about it, keep it with you, and see if you feel any difference, okay? But I definitely feel like crystals will help you a lot. Honestly, your name could be Crystal as well. I don't know, just something coming through. Another thing is, if you go sit outside in nature, like let's say something happens, it didn't work out, you feel terrible. Instead of feeling bad and sorry for yourself, go outside and just sit in nature for like 10 minutes and just think like, okay, now what? Like, what can I do to just let this energy go, or just alchemize this energy? Because honestly, this is energy that you have to learn how to transmute. That's the only way you will heal this wound. And this, or like crystal, is a tool that will help you further heal this wound that you have, okay? So I'm definitely picking up like sit outside in nature, spend time with, if you have any pets, even like just go sit outside with them, like whenever this energy comes up, or like this energy of like, nothing good can ever happen to me or for me, or I just don't deserve good, like whatever that energy comes up, like why is this happening to me, you know? Instead of feeding into that energy, go outside and sit and just Sit down. You don't even have to meditate or anything. Just sit down and like release that energy by grounding yourself. Or you could just sit with your crystal in your lap and just go outside and just hold it. Sit on grass. Like, like really ground your energy, because by grounding it, you're going to alchemize it. Okay? Now, the second card you have is phosphorus. Teeth, gums, trapped light, spiritual illumination. What I'm getting with this card is that this wound that you have of low self-esteem, or feeling like nothing good can actually ever happen for you, or no matter how hard you try, you will always get the most, or like get the short end of the stick. Wow, that ice, I don't know why I did that, but confirmation, right? This is actually a spiritual wound, okay? This is something that, wow. This is something that needs to be healed from within, you guys, okay? So in alchemy also, phosphorus is it's like a light bringer. It's a substance that is very dangerous. It can be like it can destroy and recreate. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to destroy this belief and recreate a new belief for yourself, which is of a higher vibration. That it could be something even simple, like no matter what happens, I believe that it is happening for me and not to me. Or even if things don't work out on a surface level, they are working out for me. Like whatever it is, you already expect the worst. And this is the very, very thing you have to destroy. Like you literally have to let it go. You have to bring light to the trapped part of your soul that carries this wound, and you need to bring light into it by doing the inner work, by telling yourself that even if it hasn't worked out for me a million times before, doesn't mean I cannot change my energy and make it work for me this time. By the way, it was 2:22 on the clock when I said that, which is also something I said earlier. Just, that's crazy. So what's gonna happen is, if you use crystals and if you meditate, or just go outside and sit in grass or on the grass with your pet, or like just by yourself barefoot, that will allow you to alchemize this energy, where you're not going to feel so hot-headed or just upset or so low, even vibrational, like, oh my god, this always happens. Like you will alchemize that energy. And then you have to kind of go into really understanding, like, what does that energy make you feel? Like you have to do that inner work. Like, okay, why am I feeling this way? You know why? Because I've done it so many times, and I feel like maybe the universe feels like I don't deserve it. But that's not true. You do deserve it. In fact, the very awareness that you have is so that you can release this wound and really move on with your life and get what you desire. But this is something that's holding you back, because this belief is so strong, because this has happened so many times. And then not only that, every single time that it happens, that belief just gets reinforced. But I'm telling you, a little shift of energy, a little shift of vibration, a little bit of healing, a little bit of inner wound shadow work is going to bring you into this vibration of like whitening, albedo, like a whitening of the soul, like whatever dark. Do you see how like there's darkness here, like, but there's light in you that is wanting to come out, and you will not be able to access it. You will not be able to bring that light fully out until you heal this wound of low self-esteem that comes from a place of maybe a lot of bad things happening to you many times, or just like constantly failing, or even putting in the effort and still not getting the true reward that you desire. Okay. Now, this is a card that I also picked, and I just put it to the side. I didn't want to make it a part of this because this is actually an advice that you're getting, because this is the wound, this is what you have to do to heal it, and then this is advice from the universe. It says, evolution starts when you leave your comfort zone. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So this tells me that also and then it also says growth. Okay, so it talked about growth here and here and here. So by healing this wound, you are definitely allowing yourself to grow and heal. But then not only that, you have to make yourself uncomfortable. And this uncomfortable, like they're not asking you to be uncomfortable about doing the tasks. You're already doing that. Get uncomfortable about dealing and facing with the very truth that you have been denying. And I feel like you've been doing this for a while. I'm just being really honest with you. Like whatever it is that you keep denying to yourself, you have to accept it. Sometimes our egos are so big, they don't even allow us to see what is at fault in us, because by admitting that, we would have to admit that we are not perfect, or we are not as high as we think of ourselves. And this is truly a moment of humility, like being humble, in coming into the realization like, wow, I have to get uncomfortable about the things that I ignore, that I know I need to change within myself. Maybe I shouldn't eat so much sugar. Maybe I shouldn't give this person a chance who's already played me like twice. Maybe I shouldn't be in the similar situation that I was in before, but that situation makes me comfortable, so I'm going to continue in it, or whatever it is that wound is, of course. Okay, you guys, this was a very intense reading. I hope this resonated with you all. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment below. Let me know what is your wound and how you're going to heal it. I would love to know about all of that. And I just want to say also, thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting me. I love you guys. Bye for now. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this little cute pink donut. And honestly, the first thing I'm getting from this is that you have been eating way too much sugar and you need to calm down a little bit, okay? Like, I personally enjoy a dessert or two or sometimes 3 myself. However, you have been eating way too much sugar and it's not good for you. Okay, let's get into your reading. Okay, so Pile 2, what is a wound that you keep on repeating that is stopping you from moving forward in your life? You start things and you don't finish them. I can already feel some of you just squeeze like in your seats or whatever you are sitting. But yeah, you start things and you just don't finish them. And even though these things have potential, you never see the full potential of it. You never see the full fruits of your labor because you always leave this midway. You never continue what you start, or you have a very hard time staying committed to something that you want to do. And honestly, I feel like this has impacted your self-esteem. It has made you feel like you get excited, you start something, but then this energy creeps up. It could also be an energy of like, oh, I'm not good enough. I don't think I can do it. Or because you have disappointed yourself and you have not kept your own promise to yourself, you don't expect it to do it again. And you constantly repeat this cycle. I do want to say a disclaimer. This energy reading is not for the weak of heart. I'm just going to keep this very, very real with you. Because I do want you to get better and I do care about your healing. And I truly feel like the best way to heal ourselves is to face the very fear that keeps us in our place. So I say this with the most love, you guys. But yes, you are struggling with procrastination. You are struggling with not committing to things that you know you should be committed to. And because you've done this to yourself so many times where you haven't kept your promise and you haven't trusted yourself, or you haven't done what you know you should. Like, let's say if you committed yourself to, like, I don't know, posting online every day or going to the gym once or not once a day, like a few times a week or whatever it is. Well, you were really good and excited about it, and then you just kind of left your own self high and dry. And even though this was something that was meant for you, like let's say it was your destiny to get into the best shape of your life in 2025, guess what? You didn't go to the gym, you didn't commit to something that was in your timeline, and boom. Now you're just like, you could have been better, but you're not. And maybe you're upset with yourself over this as well. But yeah, you were actually meant to, I mean, you can still get it. Listen, whatever's for you, you will always get. I'm not trying to fearmonger, but yes, I am saying that your inability to keep your own commitment or keep commitment to things has taken away good things from you. For some of you, this is even a relationship. You have a hard time being committed in a relationship, and maybe there was a really good relationship that got taken away from you because of your own commitment issues, or a fitness regime, or like a talent. For some of you, this is like, for actually majority of you, this is like a talent that you should have worked on, like painting, singing, dancing, Pilates, I don't know, something coming in, or reading, like literally for some of you, reading or writing, like, oh my gosh, wow, so many different things are coming through. But definitely you struggled with keeping your commitment to something, and you never saw the full potential it could have taken you. 111 on the clock when I say that. Now, this is the initial wound, right? How do we heal this wound? Taurus, focused, stubborn, and conjugulation. Well, you need to be like a Taurus. Tauruses are very, like, once they're committed to something, it's so hard to change their mind. And this is the energy you need to bring into your life. And this is going to start with your willpower. You really need to sit down and think about, like, if I commit myself to this, why am I committing myself? What is it that I desire? What version of myself am I wanting to become that this idea is even coming to me? So you need to really sit down with yourself and like get real, okay? I need to get really focused. Like, you need to lock in. You need to lock in, okay? Because you haven't locked in. You've just had a whimsical idea and you never finished what you started. Why? Because the intention wasn't there, because you didn't believe you could do it. But now Spirit, Universe, God is asking you, 2222 on the clock as I say that you need to like lock in. You need to get really clear about your intention. You need to get super focused, because at the end of it, it's not about getting the happiness and getting all of these rewards, which, by the way, you are going to get. What it's about is self-mastery. You have not been able to master yourself. Your I don't want to say weakness, but you have to have a bigger desire, or not, you have to have a bigger focus is what you need to have. Okay, second card you have is music. So solfeggio's frequencies sing vibrational or vibratory energies. Now, you need to listen to better music, okay? I'm not telling you to like completely switch from like I don't know, 3-6 Mafia to gospel music. 2323 on the clock as I say that, which is actually 1111. I'm not telling you to make this 360, but yes, I am definitely saying be mindful of the kind of music. First of all, you shouldn't even be listening to 3-6 Mafia, okay? Because no. Or was it 369 Mafia? I don't even know. It was just bad, okay? Like, I don't know why they're coming up in this energy reading. But you need to listen to better music. You need to listen to higher vibrational frequencies, okay? You need to sing. You need to, maybe if that is for some of you, is that you need to master your singing, or you need to master your craft that has something to do with music. So going into it will allow you to not only heal the wound, but also like actually make and create beautiful art, like whether that's music, you sing, you compose, like whatever it is, okay? The second card you have is full moon, harvest, emotions, and results. Now, look at that, you guys. How insane is this? These two cards completely correlate with this energy, because if these two cards were upright, I would say you are going to get the success that you're looking for in whatever it is that you're desiring to do. Whether that is getting into shape, whether that's eating right, whether it's a job, whether it's a a talent or a skill that you want to perfect and master, guess what? You already are meant to do that. But because you didn't put in the work, you never got it. And this card is literally confirming that with effort, with putting in the work and not measuring, like, oh my gosh, like in 6 months I'll be here. No, don't think about that. Every single day I will do this thing to make myself better. That is what they want you to do. Come full circle. And you will see the results that you are wanting because you will put in the work. And I'm not saying, another thing about Tauruses, which just came through right now, they can be really lazy. Like they could just be like self-care, roll in bed, eat ice cream, not work out. Like, they really have those tendencies, but at the same time they also have the tendency to work hard, get things done, be super focused, super long lasting. Like they can just keep going at like perfecting a skill or like making something better. Like they have the patience that is required for self-mastery. And that is what the universe wants you to take power over and take control over your life, is that self-mastery that Tauruses have. Or not Tauruses, that has that Tauresian energy of, I have the patience to master this skill, okay? So that energy of patience. Another thing I'm getting, again, I know I said it before, is that you will see the results, okay? Another thing I'm getting is if you start putting in the work now, by fall time, which is like a month from now, you'll see a lot of results in your life. Like you will see a lot of growth, a lot of changes, because it's almost feeling like all of this is like pending. It's like overdue. They're just wanting you to put in the effort so they can start bringing this energy in. They can start bringing these aligned timelines into your life, okay? Now, this is our last card from our Alchemy Tarot deck, which actually I created. I will put the link for this down below. It says symbols, concentrated energy, and magic practice. Or actually symbols, concentrated energy, magic practice. Okay. Well, anyways, again, this is talking about the energy. This is talking about the intention. This is talking about, again, getting very, very, very clear, almost creating like a symbol of energy, like a result that you want to see, and working towards that. Now, with sigils, sigil magic is actually also about creating some sort of like a logo or a symbol that makes you feel a certain type of way. So for example, if you were to see the Om symbol, you already know what that is. If you were to see the Apple logo, you know exactly what that is, or the Starbucks logo, like whatever it is, you will know what it is, whatever the logo is, you will know what that logo represents. Just like that, they want you to create a sigil, or like maybe like even a vision board, or even like a feeling. That's what I'm getting, like a feeling in your heart. Like, what does this feel like? What does it feel like to actually like go through with what you have promised yourself? Does it feel like it's boring because it's repetitive? Of course. But that's part of the hard work, is like, yeah, it is going to feel boring. It is going to feel exhausting, And also with the sigils, I don't know if you are a practitioner of magic, or if you are somebody that considers themselves a witch or a magus or a wizard, whatever. I would highly, highly recommend to have a spiritual practice. Have like an everyday spiritual practice that allows you to connect to yourself, that allows you to give you that end goal version every day, like a little reminder. Because if you were to do that, you would be more focused on the path. But see, the problem right now is you don't even think you can do it. You give up on yourself. You don't stay committed to whatever it is that you're wanting to do. And in order to change that, you have to do something every single day. And starting with even a spiritual practice of like journaling, meditating, whatever it is that you're comfortable with, will form that discipline with you, that refinement that your soul needs to get to the next level. And let me tell you, this is possible. This is very possible. It's just that you haven't done it before, so you don't believe in yourself. But you know what? There was a time that you had done it before. Go back to your, like, maybe when you were little, maybe when you were a teenager, maybe you were in your 20s, or you really, really wanted something, you know? And, okay, now the last card that I want to pick is actually this from a deck that I actually forgot the name of. I will say, though, it's completely resonating with what I've read here. It says, time spent worrying is time spent. And you literally have the card of time. The biggest thing that I'm getting is that, okay, for some of you also, like, you are perfectionists. And until you feel like you've done something perfectly, you will not post it. You will not do it. You will not continue it. And that is causing also a hurdle. And then also, like, starting and then not completing because you haven't committed yourself to it, you're wasting your own time. Because you should have already, and again, I'm not trying to fearmonger, but I feel like maybe you feel this in your heart too. Like, you should have already been doing this because this is your path, this is your soul. Now, it's going to be different for everyone, but overall, that's the energy I'm getting, is that do not spend time worrying that this is going to repeat itself. That, oh yeah, I'm going to start something, but I can't do it. This is the very thing you have to shift. You have to shift that perspective. And also, do not worry about how long it takes you to finish something. I feel like for some people, it's medical school. For some people, it's law. For some people, it's like, oh my gosh, now this thing got delayed. Now I have to wait another whatever, however much time, a year, 2 years, a few months, whatever, until I can do this again. But I'm telling you, it's actually for your benefit, even though you can't see it right now. If you would have started it right now, you would have not felt the full results that you truly deserve. I want you to understand that the universe is always, always, always working in your favor. You even clicking on this reading, you even viewing this reading and making it so far, this is the universe in your favor. They want you to see that it is possible for you, whatever your desire is, whether it's something small, big, whatever, it is possible for you, but you have to put in the work. You have to change that energy that does not allow you to commit to something because you feel like you cannot do it or you feel like you do not deserve it. And in time, this is going to get better. I just want to say, you guys, thank you so much for listening to this reading. I really, really appreciate you all. And if you've made it so far, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Let me know if this resonates with you. I love hearing back from you all. And thank you so much for tuning in. Bye for now.